Alright guys, feeling here back with more Yakuza, Yakuza 5. It is nighttime now. We're gonna continue on. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I just saved, right? Oh yeah, we just escaped from jail, right? Whatever. So yeah, it's 12:30. I do work in less than 12 hours, so, I'm not gonna record much here. Yeah, they got max. I'll do. I think really I'll do this one episode, and that'll be it. Yeah. So yeah, today was actually pretty good. I don't think it's considering how much I had to do today. I actually got a decent amount done in terms of what stuff I want to personally do. So yeah, I stopped recording here around 2. I thought I was gonna get so today is Chinese New Year, so and celebrate that with the family and everything. I thought stuff was gonna start at 4, however, due to some family member stuff, things got delayed till 6. So that gave me a few hours to play with, to where I did watch some Big Brother. And initially I wasn't going to work on my other channel. I decided, you know what, let's work on those confessional charts. So I did a couple more of those. Relatively close to finishing up what I can of the confessional charts for the challenge. Again, I think I have like 6 seasons left that I can do, so I've done over half of the ones I can do up till this point. But yeah, I think I did 2 today. So yeah, I also watched Big Brother, took notes while I was Big Brother 2. So then the family stuff happened, and was able to get done with all that by essentially by 9:40. I was back home sitting on my computer, like working on shit. So 9:40 until pretty much now at 12:30. Spent the entire time working on stuff. So I watched more Big Brother. So I got a lot more Big Brother watch today than I thought I would. I don't remember exactly. I started episode 18. Is that right? I think I was at the Krista eviction, right? Yeah, I just watched the Bunky eviction episode, so I think I watched 6 episodes then today. So that's a good chunk considering how busy I was. Yeah, at this point I only have 6 episodes left, so 100% finishing that on Monday. Might even start Amazing Race on Monday as well. We'll see. Yeah. But yeah, so that's that. However, at night, like after I got home and everything, I decided, okay, let's actually work on some stuff for my other channel. I feel like I should have time here. So, first up, I should have gone and tried to write the Yakuza video. I should have done that. I forgot about it though, if I'm being honest. So instead what I ended up doing was just prepping a whole bunch of the Big Brother rankings. So I actually prepped 4 videos today, which is actually insane. Mind you, 3 of them I did all at once. So I thought it was before. I have a 3-part top 10 series that I want to do of top 10 non-winning one-time players, and then top 10 non-winning players, and then top 10 one-time players for Big Brother. So essentially I did all those 3 lists at once. Essentially I made a list of what was it? I made a list of top 10 non-winning one-time. No, I made top 10. Okay, so essentially I went through the list of every player in Big Brother and essentially narrowed down the players that essentially I jotted down every player that I thought was worth a slight mention, um, with the exception of winners that have played multiple times, because obviously through these three lists, that's the only group of people that isn't going to be included in any of the lists are players that have played winners that have played multiple times. So I made that initial list of all those players. Then after that, I narrowed that list down to the top 10 non-winning players. Then through making that list, all I had to do is take out the players that have played multiple times to get to the top 10 non-winning one-time players. And then at that point, I just went and added in the winners to that list, and that guy gave me the top 10 or top 10 one-time players. So essentially through all that, I was able to pretty quickly get 3 top 10 lists. And yeah, I mean, I felt like a lot more of it was straightforward. I feel like the top 10 non-winning one-time player, there was some wonkiness there, but I do feel pretty secure with the other 2 lists, though. But made all those lists. For non-winning and top 10, I pretty much had everything I needed already. Or non-winning and one time, I had everything. Non-winning one time, though, I had to get some images and stuff, so I did that. Made the thumbnails for those, which my top 10 player thumbnails are really easy to do. That's the format that I've been using, so easily made those 3 thumbnails, and that's it for those videos. Those videos are fully prepped. If I wanted to record them, I could. I'm not going to just yet, but I could. After that, I did get around to also prepping the Big Brother 2 video. Which, again, I already this morning, I talked through the ranking, and then really all I did is make the thumbnail, which did take about 30 minutes or so, but I was able to do that. And yeah, I mean, I ended up finishing that around the time that I finished the episode of Big Brother, so I was like, this is a good place to stop. It's 12:30. Made more progress in everything that I wanted to do today than I thought I was going to, so overall pretty happy with the progress I made today. Again, tomorrow, work pretty much all day. Pretty much gonna have no time to do much in the morning. Yeah, not gonna have much time to do anything in the morning. At night, I might find time for like 1 or 2 things. I don't know why I just said 1 or 2 things. I might find time to do things for about an hour or maybe 2. We'll see. And then, which, yeah, I mean, I guess next thing to do is work on the challenge video, or not the challenge video, the Yakuza video. Because this is the thing, like, originally the plan was to write the Big Brother 2 review while also taking notes on it, and I found that just to be kind of tough to do. And that's why I dropped that and decided to go with the Big Brother, like, making those Big Brother top 10s and stuff, because it's just easier to do, while also watching the series and taking notes. If this was, like, watching Amazing Race and writing the, like, I was able to watch Big Brother while writing the challenge review, like, that wasn't bad, but writing the challenge review while also taking notes on, or no, writing the Big Brother review while also taking notes on Big Brother wasn't the easiest thing to do, so I was like, you know what, let's just hold off on this. We'll do this later. What am I doing? Ooh, I have a lot here. Okay. This is what I wanted. So now what then? Fine, I guess.
Yeah.
なるほど。
Yeah, so prepped 4 videos, took more notes on Big Brother, so this is the plan from now on. Again, like, I'll finish watching Big Brother. Okay, so this is the debate right now, is like, what's the bigger priority, the Big Brother review or the Yakuza review? I think probably writing the Yakuza review is more of a priority, just because, to be honest, I mean, like, Yakuza 3 is starting to slip from my mind at this point. I need to write that soon, or I'm gonna forget everything. So, I think what I'm gonna do on Monday is gonna continue watching Big Brother. If I finish it, start Amazing Race. Take notes on those, and along the way also write the beginning portions of the Yakuza video. Obviously I can't finish it yet because I still need to finish 5 and I need to play 6, but I think I'll start the process on that, try to get Yakuza 3 and Yakuza 4, the sections for those written. And if I finish those before the end of the night, then I'll start work on the Big Brother video. And writing that video.
自分の力で当座の食料を確保してきたらどうだ。事情を話せば分けてくれる人間もいるかもしれない。
分かった。なんとかする。
Wait, this one? Again, I have no clue what the fuck we're doing, nor do I give a shit. I really hate this Sage section. What is this?
ああ、そうやが、あんたは。
私は仁科の妻、仁科君代です。
仁科。
But yeah, so
この集落の代表をしとるマタギのおやっさんの。
まさか山に入るおつもりですか？
いや、そういうわけはないんやが。
もしかして食料をお探しじゃないですか？
But yeah, so I will probably
なんでそう思う？
try to work on the Yakuza video on Monday. And after that, obviously, like, work on the Big Brother video, watch Amazing Race. When I finish that, write that review. After that, move forward with whatever I've left in this batch of videos. Again, I'm kind of surprised that I was able to do these 4 videos all in one night. So I really sped up that process. And there's still a decent chunk of videos left for this batch. So like that was a pretty big batch there to get done. Still need to do the what if majority tribes stuck together. I know there is the Jeff Probst's favorites video, the Battle of the Seasons video. I don't know, what else is there?
あんたが食料を用立てたと。
ええ、きっとそうしないと後悔すると思って。
これは
鹿の肉です。今はこれしかありませんが。
せやけど、旦那派に見つかったらあんた。
大丈夫です。主人には見つからん。
鬼切る。
Yeah, there's a couple other videos. I don't exactly remember what they are at this point. Obviously gonna be working on those. Again, gonna try to do the 3 months worth of videos at once like we did last time, as it really speeds up the process. And again, this is another batch of months where there's like a lot of videos that I just can't do right now. So it's probably just for the better to kind of just merge them all into one.
それまで助け合
Like
い
the
ながら生き
month
て
of
きた諸悪の
September in
女が
particular, there's literally
他
only
人を
3
疑いなが
videos
ら
I
生
can
きるように
even
なってしまって
attempt to do right now.
きっとみんなあの日の恐怖を忘れられないんです。だからそのストレスを奥寺さん一人にぶつけるようになってしまったんだと思います。
そういうことやったんか。
めったに他人に心を開かない奥寺さんがあなたには心を開いている。きっとあなたなら奥寺さんの心の闇を晴らせることができるはずです。どうかこの集落に住み着いた9年前の悪夢から私たちを解放してください。お願いします。
分かった。俺に何ができるかは分からんが、この恩に応えられるようできる限りのことはする。
お気をつけて。
So, where are we going? I don't give a shit about anything that's going on right now. Wait, what? Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
So I said tomorrow pretty much gonna be busy all day. Sunday pretty similar. I technically have like an extra hour, or is it 2 hours maybe? Actually, yeah, around 2 hours before work. But I already have stuff that I do normally on Sunday morning that might take up a little bit of time. So really, at the end of the day, probably not gonna have that much time to really work on their stuff anyway. And yeah, again, Monday is kind of when things get back to normal. I do work Tuesday and Thursday, so don't exactly know where I'm. Again, by the end of the week, next week, I would like to be done with the Amazing Race rewatch. Get back to the point where I can start watching the challenge again. So that'll be about, what, 2 weeks, I believe, right? Yeah, 2-week period where I didn't watch the challenge, because I believe I finished Cutthroat. It was either last Saturday or last Sunday. I think it was last Sunday. Yeah, it was last Sunday. So, yeah, I mean, that'll be a good 2 weeks without watching the challenge, but, yeah, I would like to get back to that. But obviously, as I said, need to finish watching The Amazing Race 1 and the other video. Which, by the way, oh yeah, I remember now, a couple other videos I need to do. Yeah, a couple big ones. Top 10 Amazing Race teams is in there. Which that's going to be interesting. What are we doing? Do I even have any items? That's really all we have? So I mean, it helps here a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, that's where I would like to be by the end of the week in terms of that. In terms of working on videos, though, not entirely sure. Again, like, probably Yakuza video on Monday. Probably that Big Brother video is going to take more than one night to write, I would think. It's going to be pretty big, so it's like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this week will probably be kind of a week similar to this week. We're kind of like, we're not getting a lot done, but we're getting like pretty big things done. In terms of things that are just going to take a while. quicker or no? Yeah, the other big, big videos. We got the top 10 Amazing Race Team video. We're gonna need to do a bit of research on that. I already have like the stats. Like I have a spreadsheet that I kept when I watched Amazing Race first time of like teams ranked based on highest placements, based on consistency, based on like a whole bunch of things. So it's like I have spreadsheets I can look at to make this a lot easier, but still gonna do a bit of research. Then the final thing, or the other video that I was thinking of was that's gonna be big is the top 10, or not top 10, top our survivor player ranking, or well, I forgot what I named the video. I think I named it like survivor player rankings winners or something like that, like winners in like brackets or whatever. So essentially ranking the winners of Survivor as players within the game instead of ranking their actual games. Which, to be honest, I've never done. Every time I've ranked winners, I've always ranked it based on how they played on their individual seasons, not them as players overall. So I do think it'll be an interesting exercise. One that, to be honest, we could have done tonight. I didn't waste so much time already. But, yeah, I mean, I think I think it'll be relatively straightforward, but I just haven't actually done it. I guess we can run through like the beginning. And we got Rich, which I think Rich, like again, like Rich is someone that's like in my middle tier as a winner. I think as a player though, I think he's probably bottom tier when it comes to the winners of Survivor. Yeah, I think like Rich is someone that's probably pretty different. Tina's probably middle tier. Ethan is, I don't know, is Ethan above or below Tina? I think above. I don't know. I think they're very close. I think. I mean, like I think. I don't know. It's tough. I think modern day. I would have more confidence in modern day Ethan than I would modern day Tina. But I mean. Yeah, it's tough actually. That's really, really tough. I mean, I guess Tina would edge him out. It's close. Like, that's so close though. The Sepia. Sepia's actually, maybe this is gonna be tough. I think a lot of these earlier winners are gonna be tough to rank. And then you got Brian, who is like, I don't know where the fuck we put Brian, considering how fucking fucked up of a player he is. I don't remember, where did I have him on my one-time player list? That's funny. I wonder if my video would be the first one to come up. I looked up top 10 one-time players, like no context of Survivor or anything, and yeah. The video is the first thing to come up. I don't remember my list anymore. Let's look at it. What did I have at 1? I had Tommy. That makes sense. So I had Earl at 2 then, right? Oh my god, how long did I talk about Tommy for? Right, Earl, Chris, Todd, Dominic. Yeah, okay, well, these don't matter. Brian Heidick's at 8 though. Okay. So yeah, Brian is like a decent chunk below them. Actually, I am kind of surprised I had Chris above Todd. Like, I think that's a tough one now because it's like I think the tough assessment is this modern Chris or is this Chris in his prime? Like, is this Chris during Vanuatu or is this Chris now? I think we gotta assess them at the time, right? Like, I feel like it's too tough to fucking rate them based on how they are now. But then again, there's also, I don't know, yeah, I think it's tough. I think it's tough to assess. I mean, but like the top of the list, I mean, like it's gonna be pretty similar to my top 10 player video, which I believe that list was already like, I don't remember the exact number, but I think it was like 8 winners in the top 10. So it's like it's gonna be relatively similar there. Tommy 8 on that. Okay, sorry. Tony, Kim, Sarah, Parvati. I think those probably stick, to be honest. Then Jeremy, and Suri's in the middle, but obviously Suri can't either. Rob, Tommy, Earl, Sophie. I think the Sophie one I do regret putting Sophie as high as I did. I think in retrospect she should not have been nearly as high. Oh my god, I had so many honorable mentions. I pretty much ran through almost every fucking winner on that list anyway. Actually, I did not have Ethan as an honorable mention though. I had Tina as one, but not Ethan. No Vesepia as an honorable mention either. But yeah, I think that kind of answers my question then. I think Vesepia's gotta be... Actually, I don't know though. That's tough. Again, it is really tough to assess. I just realized, like, that made it set up, like, as if, like, we were gonna have to use a whole bunch of medicine and stuff, or food to heal us, but we never actually did. Yeah, it's tough. I guess it is tough to do this player ranking. Yeah, I'll figure it out eventually, obviously. Okay, I think that top 4 though is pretty solid for me even now. I think Tony, Kim, Sarah, Parvati. I think top 4. It's pretty good. I think Jeremy doing 5 isn't out of the realm possibility. Boston Rob being 6 isn't out of the realm possibility. Like, I think those are all solid placements. After that's kind of where it goes all off the rails. And yeah, like, well, let's just run through them real quick and just like talk about where I have a general sense of where they'll be. Again, I think Hatch will be bottom tier. Not the bottom of the bottom tier, but I think he'll be bottom tier. Tina, I think, will be middle tier. Again, Ethan, I think, is around where Tina is. Vesepia, again, I just don't know where Vesepia is, but I would guess below Ethan and Tina, above Hatch. I would guess. Brian, I don't know. I think there's an argument for Brian being worse than Tina and Ethan. But I do think it, like, again, it's tough because I feel like Brian is one that, like, purely based off speculation, I don't think Brian wins any other season. Like, I don't think he wins in most scenarios, but does win in the scenario he was given, and does so in dominant fashion. So, I don't know. I think that's tough. Jenna's probably at the bottom of the player ranking, I think. Sandra, Sandra's gonna be tough to rank. No clue where to put Sandra. Amber's gonna be pretty low. Chris is probably gonna be middle of the pack. Tom's gonna be pretty high. Actually, I think this is the thing I should say. This is what we should run through. Will the winner be higher or lower than where my estimate of their winning game is? So, like, are they a better player than they are a winner? I think that's a cool thing to talk about. So again, we got Richard Hatch. I think he's a worse player than a winner. Than he's a winner. No, like a worse player than his winning game demonstrates. I guess that's the way to phrase it. Tina, I think is about the same, probably slightly lower. Ethan's probably higher, but again, slightly higher. Vesepia, I think probably around the same. Brian, I would say lower. Jenna, probably slightly higher. I mean, but she's at the very bottom, like she's towards the bottom of my ranking, so it's like whatever. Sandra is higher. I mean, I think like I can definitively say that, even though I don't like Sandra as a player. It's like she's definitely gonna be higher on the player ranking than she is on the actual winner ranking. Whatever. Shit. Chris is probably around the same, if not slightly higher. Tom, again, I think is higher. Danny is tough. I would have said higher before Winners at War. I think now it might be around the same. Aris is probably around the same, if not actually even lower.
Yeah.
Cook, so Yule, I don't know, higher, slightly. I think Yule's probably around where I would have Tom, as a player, so wherever that is. Earl higher, oh no, Earl lower, but I mean, like, again, he's still really high. Like, I mean, Earl is in the top 10, right? Like, Earl's in my top 10 player. So, I mean, yeah, I'm like, he's still going to be high. It's just he's not going to be number 4, which I have him on my winner ranking. Like, he's going to be like number 8, I think, 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Whatever. What else is there? What season am I at? 15, Todd. I'm probably around the same, if not maybe slightly lower. I think I have him ranked 10 on my winner ranking, so it's like, I mean, I think that's about right. Probably a little bit lower, probably like 12 or so, I would guess. We'll see. Parvati higher. Bob, same, as in the very bottom. I mean, is Bob the worst player to win? I think so, right? I mean, technically, I guess that means he's lower, because technically Chris Underwood would be above him. But I think that's about right. Like, I think that's correct. JT, probably around the same, maybe a little bit lower. I don't know. He's probably middle tier at this point for me. Natalie White, probably around the same. Which is bottom tier, but not like the very, very bottom. Probably upper bottom tier. We got Fabio. I think he's probably around the same, again towards the bottom. Boston Rob, technically lower because he's number 2, but on the winner ranking, but again on the player ranking, he's still probably like number 6 or 7. Sophie, higher, but probably lower than when I had it on my top 10 player ranking. We have Kim, who is 1 spot lower. Again, she's a very clear number 1 on my winner ranking. She's number 2 on the player ranking. We got Denise. She might be lower. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Denise anymore. I've never been a big Denise fan, but I feel like Winners at War has really made me like, ugh, on Denise. got Cochran, who is lower. I think that's easy. We have Tyson, who's probably around the same, maybe lower. I don't know. Tyson's one that I need to really assess. We'll see. Tony higher, because he's number 1 on this. Well, in the winner ranking, he's number 3 and number 5, I think, or 2 spots. But yeah, the player ranking, or the winner ranking, international winner ranking comes out tomorrow, which should be interesting. Actually, something I should do that I kind of keep on forgetting to do is, because I always plan on doing this, but I haven't done it, so is just double check to make sure the fucking video exported properly. Because the thing about that video is that's one of the videos that I re-edited to use the higher res images. And while I checked it, it's like I feel like I didn't check it enough to make sure that it is working properly. So let's go.
I know people are going to disagree with this assessment. I mean, really, it's the same assessment of this person's game that I had when I did.
Fuck. Oh no, now it's gonna fucking inflate the views.
As well, and I think that's something you do have to give him credit for. But I just feel like his jury management as a whole was very lacking. I think the fact that he almost loses against Clay is just such a major knock for me. That he does end up landing here at number 20. Now number 19, and I know people are going to disagree with this assessment. I mean, really, it's the same
19.
assessment.
Oh, Tom Westman. Okay.
For the championship, but at the same time, when again, where Cess did anything, like I don't think she acted style figure within this game. Where again, she's really due to coach's own mistakes that Sophie does end up winning the game. Swap him building that alliance with Mike White, again, really put him in a good position. He comes into the merge where they're able to flip the entire due to the actions of herself. So because of that, plus also the fact that it's just no
looks like
path
everything's
for her
good.
to get to the end, right to the end. I mean, she goes to the final 3 thinking she's at the end with Suri to win the game, but like we're trying to progress JT from where he used to be. But Earl Cole still played, again, another one of the more dominant games in Survivor history. I do think a lot of people kind of mark.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna end here. We're gonna go to the save point end. Well, we might as well run through the rest of the winners. Oh, wrong thing. Shit. So I'm trying to get everything back to normal here. Yeah, who do we got? We got Natalie Anderson. Probably lower. Where's she on the winner ranking? I think she's like around 13 or so, right? Probably lower. Not much, but I mean, probably lower. Who else do we have? We have Mike Holloway. Probably higher. I think Mike Holloway is probably a mid-tier player in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so let's just go here. And we'll save. What else we got? Jeremy, as I said, higher. He's probably in top 5. Maybe. Yeah, I'll have to reassess it, but I think that's probably the case. Michelle, higher. I think. I'll have to reassess it, but I think higher. Not by much, though. She's still probably bottom tier. Adam, around the same, if not lower. Probably around the same, though. Sarah, higher. She's number 3. Yes, Sarah. Ben's high. I don't know. Ben is probably higher, but I'm not 100%. Mm. Yeah, sorry, I was just doing something. What else is there? I'm trying to think. Who, 36? Wendell? Higher. Probably. I'm probably around the same, actually. We'll see. I think that's one that could be jumbled around. Nick? Probably about the same. I think middle tier. It's probably about right. I mean, he could be a little bit higher. I could see him being a bit higher than where I have him, but not too much. Chris higher, but not by much. I mean, like, I think Chris is, like, I think you have to have Chris. Like, I don't think Chris is the worst player that's won the game. I think he got very unlucky in the circumstances that got him voted out to begin with, and then obviously, whatever, he came back, whatever. He's not, like, he's still bottom tier, though. He's still going to be within the bottom, like, 10, I would think. But he's still probably higher. Tommy, I don't know. Around the same? Maybe it's slightly lower. And that's all of them, right? Maybe it's in Tony. Yeah, I saw that one of these Survivor YouTubers, mine went like radically different from me, where like obviously I do analysis, I talk about Survivor and stuff. This is more so just like someone posting clips of the show, and like editing in, doing highlights and stuff like that, and this person has announced that they're stopping to focus on their mental health and everything, which is like, yeah, I mean, that's probably what I should do, to be honest. It's funny, it's like reading this thing, it's like a lot of it is like kind of similar to me. I think that's like vastly different is he's talking about like how, I started to make this channel for my viewers and stuff. It's like, and to make someone's day more positive. It's like, I don't give a shit about that. Like, I make this channel for me. Like, I literally, that's the only reason I make my YouTube channel still, is because I get the satisfaction from making the shit that I make. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll end here. Next episode, we will go ahead and continue on. Yeah, I mean, that'll probably be tomorrow night, but for now, thank you for watching.